Hello everybody, it's Cosmello here and we're back with another Thursday update video. Today it is May 3rd, 2018 and we are looking at a new old school RuneScape update. Today's update is titled Bryophyta, the Moss Giant boss. So they've added a new boss in the game. Whoop-de-doo! No, for real though, it's kind of exciting. It is a pretty easy boss. From what I've read. So we'll go through it together. All right. So, Bryophyta, the Moss Giant boss. This week sees the release of Bryophyta, the new Moss Giant boss, available to both members and free-to-play. So guess what? Free-to-play, you're getting it too. Alongside that, our usual round of bug fixes whilst we continue development on the Chambers of Xeric. Challenge mode, which will be ready for release very soon. Ooh! Bryophyta. Deep in the confines of the Varrock sewers, a giant moss giant lurks. Giant moss giant. Get your hands on a mossy key and take on Bryophyta, the newly discovered moss giant boss. So it's kind of like the giant boss. So you have to kill a bunch of moss giants, and then eventually, guess what? You get a special little key to his lair. I'm guessing. Bryophyta is an ancient and mystical giant moss giant who resides within the Varrock sewers, located to the east of Vanica and near the deadly red spiders. So if you take a look at that, I'll actually show you guys on the map. Alright children, so let me show you possible ways of getting into this area. So easy enough, most of you probably already know, but just to be clear, you can get in at the Edgeville location right here. If you have a brass key, you can get in right here. If you have legs, you can walk over to the manhole in Varrock right here, which would probably be the best idea for you free to play because you can't use agility. If you do have a level 51 agility, you can use this shortcut, or 52 agility, you can use this shortcut and make your way through into the moss giants. And this is where Bryophyta is located, from what I think. Yeah, right here. So yeah, shortcut, 52 agility. If not, walk all the way around and you're here. Alright, back to the update. Alright, she is a mid-level boss, and in order to enter her lair, players must first obtain a mossy key from a moss giant. Same system as the giant's key. A mossy key can be obtained from any moss giant, though if you have one as your current slayer task, you'll have an increased chance of receiving one. Each key can only be used once. So guys, if you want to get some slayer points in there, talk to Vanica. He'll give you a moss giant task, hopefully. Upon entering her lair, you find yourself in an instance room where the fight will begin. Make sure you come prepared, however, as Bryophyta won't go down easily. Unlike other moss giants, she has a number of unique attacks and abilities you'll have to watch out for, such as a rather nasty poison effect. As with Ober's instance, death within the instance will cause you to lose your items. So guys, if you die in there, you're losing your item. For those of you looking to face against Bryophyta head-on, we'd recommend combat stats of 45 and above. Free-to-play players should also come equipped with an anti-poison potion, which can now be obtained from the apothecary via the potions option when right-clicking him for a cost of 1 cadaver berry, 1 limproot root, and 5 coins. Alternatively, you can bypass this by purchasing them directly from another player or via the Grand Exchange. So yeah, potions on apothecary, and there you go. As always, with any challenge, there should be a worthy reward. Bryophyta has an improved moss giant drop table. In addition to having a chance of dropping Bryophyta's essence, players can combine Bryophyta's essence with a battle staff to create the one-handed members-only Bryophyta staff. Both Bryophyta's essence and Bryophyta's staff are tradable. Bryophyta's staffs require 30 attack and 30 magic to equip, and has similar stats to that of an ancient staff. Although it is slightly slower, Bryophyta's staff can be charged with up to 1,000 nature runes, which causes it to become untradeable, and acts like the player is holding 1,000 nature runes, whilst it is equipped. In addition to this, the staff also has a 1 out of 15 chance of not spending a nature rune when any spell that uses one is cast while it is equipped. Look at that, high alching. This would be good for high alching if you have enough fire runes. You don't have to spend the money on, or that much more money on, nature runes. You could actually save some GP. Maybe. To make the staff tradable, it requires uncharging. This process will destroy any of the nature runes that were stored inside. Shall we take a look if it's on the GE? Let's look. Oh, look at that. It's already up there. How much? 1 mil. Wow, look at you. There's one person already selling it for 1 mil. PvP world changes. The current active rota is period A for the next 2 weeks until Thursday, 17th of May. More information can be found on the dedicated PvP World Rota page, which will be updated every 2 weeks. That was the update from 2 weeks back, or 3 weeks back, or something like that. The standard PvP world will be World 24 in the USA. The high-risk PvP world will remain World 37 in the USA. As the German server will be subject to maintenance next week, we'll switch this with the next week update to World 43 as per the normal PvP world rota. The free-to-play PvP world will be World 117 in the USA. The Bounty Hunter world will be World 18 in the UK. And we have another news. Overhitting a player's remaining health in PvP will no longer interfere with the correct player receiving the loot. Desktop user will no longer be able to view the mobile controls guide. Birdhouse no longer asks how many seeds you wish to insert. They simply assume you wish to insert as many as possible. The raw bird meat from birdhouses is now placed on the ground rather than in your inventory when you harvest the houses. A typo has been fixed in the Tale of the Righteous quest. Players can now store penance hats without first needing to store other equipment. Trying to trigger a shove special attack against a large NPC or a player who's recently been shoved with a Dragon Spear, Zamorakan Spear, and Zamorakan Hasta should no longer stall your standard attacks with those weapons. Alright guys, that is it for this update. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment your opinion on the Bryophyta boss, and subscribe for next week's update, or for my Max from Scratch series, which is linked in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Bye guys.